Woo, look at this hair. So many of you are so sweet all the time and say that my skin looks perfect in videos, and here's to show you, it's all the foundation. I'm so envious of any women that say that they can just wake up with like second day hair. Look like a friggin' disaster in the morning. But I thought I would do a get ready with me video with you guys. So you guys are gonna have to deal with my scariness on camera for a little bit. We're just going to sit together and have some caffeine because I cannot get through the morning without my coffee. And I'm in like my OG setting. Do you guys remember this? I've done this like setup so long ago. So if you remember, comment down below. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Hydrating Primer. This has been a long time favorite of mine. Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. I like when my skin's a little bit dewy because I always use a pretty matte foundation. I always use MAC Studio Fix. So I like to put a little bit of extra on my cheekbones for when I do add some highlight. I just find it gives me a little bit more of a glow. And then I'm gonna be taking my NC10 by MAC. This is their Studio Fix foundation. Like, oh, I'm so white. Even in the summertime, like so many of you have commented on some of my videos when I had like a semi-tan in the summertime and you're like, oh, you aren't pale at all. For a while they had discontinued this foundation and I was really upset because it's the only one that I find goes light enough for me. And you guys are gonna say in a minute that you think this is too light for me, but MAC Studio Fix foundation always oxidizes to be a little bit darker. This one is no exception. And you'll see it does blend into my neck. But if I go a shade darker on NC15, I am like living the Oompa Loompa life and I get like the orange line across my face, so it 100% is too dark for me. But NC15 is my summer tan. And I never used to wear it to the beach or anything like in the summertime. But I think I might do like just a little bit. And I found some bomb waterproof makeup. So I'm gonna be doing a tutorial for you guys on some waterproof makeup and testing them out so you guys can see how amazing it is. Like, it's so cool. I swear to God, I found like the best like beachwear waterproof makeup routine. Like, you guys are gonna die. I can't wait to show it to you. Clearly won't have a beach to like dive into being that I'm in Canada and it's freaking cold out right now. But I'm gonna just like jump in the shower and like dunk my face as well so you guys can see how well this stuff works. Now for concealer, I'm gonna be using the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. You can see I use this quite a bit because it's almost empty. But I really like this stuff, especially for those that have, well, you know what? It's a great concealer anyway. And actually, I'm gonna try this NYX Precision Blending Sponge. I've never tried this before, but I love ones that have like a point to them for like concealing areas. This little like beauty blender thing for your eyes actually looks really cool. I really like it. Wow, this blended out really nice. I know I look super white right now. Like every time I put my like foundation and concealer just on, I'm like, wow. Hey Snow White, what's up? So now that that's on, I always use my RCMA powder to set my eye. I'll do the other eye. Now by that nose. Oh, coffee gods, yes. Now on the rest of my face to set it, I always go in with this Bdellium Kabuki brush and Kat Von D setting powder. I thought it would end up being too dark for me because it does have a colored tint to it, but I actually really like how it sets. Like, it's really beautifully. Oh, by the way, the one thing that is new that you guys didn't see before are those paintings in the background. They're from a Toronto artist named Kate Domina. I frickin' love her stuff. Got this fantastic, like, whimsical, almost like cartoonish sort of vibe to her paintings. And I'd never ever bought a painting before in my life. And then I saw this one up top at a trade show that I was at was it a year ago or 2 years ago now? And I fell in love with it. And she was there like painting another one. And then I saw this one online after the fact and bought them like 2 weeks apart. And I've so been loving them. She has an Instagram. I highly recommend going to check her out because her stuff is beautiful. And even to this day, like there's so many paintings I look at of hers and I'm thinking, yep, gotta buy it. Okay, for my brows, I'm doing the same damn thing I do every time, which is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in Taupe. Although truth be told, I'm very much considering microblading, although I'm not pulling the trigger on it just yet because I find pictures on Instagram very deceiving and like you can make things look good in a picture for sure. I may have found someone, but I'm like nervous. I don't know if any of you have done microblading. Have any of you done it? If you have, please comment down below. I would love to know your thoughts, and if like you think your person did a good job, like would you do it again if you hadn't ever done it? Like would you go back in time and do it again? Like, do you know what I mean? My brows are in they're in a better spot than they were a couple years ago. I had overplucked them as a teen, and I basically had this like sad little rainbow for brows, or they look like this, like, I don't know. They look like the McDonald's arc almost on either side of my brow. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. I'd overplucked them like crazy. And for years, they wouldn't grow back. And I would only say, like, literally, it's been almost a decade. Seriously, like, so slow. And almost a decade later, I finally have my brows back. Isn't that insane? With MAC's Emphatically Blonde Brow Set, just because my brow hairs can get a little bit crazy. And I find that this just lightens the color a little bit, especially with gray hair. Like if my brows get too dark, it just looks stupid. Like I know bold brows have been on trend for a while, but I don't know. Not that my brows are dark, but I don't know. I don't like the really stark brow thing, and mine to me already look dark enough. Brows on fleek. We're done. Or watch, they're terrible. Anyway, my brows are done, so whatever. Okay, now that all that's on, I always bronze because literally, would you walk out the house if you were as white as me? Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. It's my absolute favorite. I know some people just like buff it up into their hairline here, but I find if you only do that area, something doesn't look natural. So I like to bring it across a little bit on my forehead and kind of blend it in. To me, it just ends up looking a little bit softer. Although truth be told, I said I would never fake tan again, and honestly, I've been considering it. I saw old videos of myself recently where I was tanned, and I thought, oh my gosh, like I look so nice with some color. And then what I like to do with whatever's left over on the brush is I bring it down my forehead just to make sure that all the bronzing has like blended in softly to my forehead, because there's nothing worse than having like stark lines. Is this Marc Jacobs Lines in Last Night. I find it's the perfect, beautiful, warm pigment. It's got a little bit of coral and a little bit of like a beautiful peach color. Okay, so since I'm doing just errands today, I'm not gonna do like a detailed eye or anything because I really, like, it's just so not necessary. So I'm gonna take the bronzer that I was using before and I'm gonna dunk a fluffy brush into there, and I'm just gonna blend that into my crease, or for those of you that have hooded eyes like myself, your crease would be like the socket of your eye. And I find bronzer's nice because it's just a really soft glow, and since you've already got it sort of framing your face to warm it up anyway, like I think it's really nice to incorporate it into your eye. By the way, I'm using a microphone for the second time on my videos. Can you guys tell the difference? I finally got one because I finally feel like I'm consistent with my videos. Like I upload at least once a week. I think I'm gonna start doing twice a week. I was thinking maybe Sundays and Wednesdays. What do you guys think? If you guys are down for something like that, then let me know. My schedule was just so, oh my God, it was just, my schedule still is so busy, and I really honestly have challenges sometimes, like just getting content ready, because I really, like, honestly guys, like I work 14, 16-hour days sometimes. So taking aside time, like 6 to 8 hours to do a video, because yes, that is how long some of them take to put together. Even longer. Like editing alone sometimes takes like 3 hours. So I know a lot of people don't think that, but trying to find that, plus time to film, plus time like your supplies and like ideas and coordination and stuff, like it can just be overwhelming. Anyway, I'm not complaining. I love you guys so much. Like honestly, you guys make my day, especially those of you that like comment and things like that, just brightens my day. So anyway, but I finally like organized my schedule in such a way that I've figured out a way to get YouTube in there on the regular. So like I said, I think I'm gonna do Sundays and Wednesdays. So if that works for you guys, comment down below, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Or if you'd like a Sunday and Thursday or Sunday and Friday, maybe not Friday, but I don't know, whatever. You guys let me know what days you like down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna try a new product now. I was sent this product by Annabelle. It is their Chrome eyeshadow. And I had done a swatch of this on my Instagram stories, and a lot of you were freaking out just like I was about this color, because like, look at that. Like, can you see how reflective that is? Ooh, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my lids just to make them pop a little bit. Oh my God, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. And all I'm gonna do is just blend it up towards my bronzer, just because I want a little bit of a natural fade there. And this is part of Annabelle's like newer spring line. So it was just released not too long ago. It's a drugstore buy. Oh my God, I'm so impressed. This is very much like the Stila foiled shadows, but this is in this beautiful bronzy color. Wow, this is so pretty. Well done, Annabelle. That was really nice. Fluffy brush again, but something that's a little bit more tapered. And I'm just going to buff that under my lash line, just for a little bit of color underneath. Taking this Marcel waterproof, what is this? Waterproof kohl eyeliner. This is the self-sharpening one because when you put the lid back on, it sharpens. This is my OG, like, ride or die eyeliner. I love this stuff. My waterline area. I find by doing that, I still get the fullness of like a nice thick lash line and a little bit of definition on the eye, but it's a little bit softer. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but it just like picks up the eye just a smidge. And then I like to do my waterline on the bottom as well. And then what I like to do, which I know is not a proper technique, but I just like to use my ring finger and smudge lightly along my waterline into my lash line, just to fuse like the shadow that I just did and the liner a bit together. I find it just softens the line a little bit. I know I should probably use a brush, but honestly, when it's just me, that's what I do. And I find it just gives this nice like smokiness to my eyes. I love it. You guys guess what's coming next? You bet. My L'Oreal Lash Primer Base. You guys know how friggin' obsessed I am with this stuff, and I still can't get over the fact that I'm loving a lash primer because I swore up and down for years that it was just a marketing gimmick and that they were useless. Oh frig, I just got some in the corner of my eye. Well, I'll have to let that dry. I was wrong, I'm eating my words. Or maybe it's like that with other companies, I don't know, but this L'Oreal one, it's bomb. You have to get it. Honestly, you have to try it. I'm gonna go in with the similar, like the same voluminous mascara from L'Oreal, and I just do it in, I think, Carbon Black. So it's a bit of a softer black. And I say always coat your lashes twice with mascara, even if you've used the primer. Look at the difference in my lashes between a 1 coat and 2. Like, is that not wild? So I'm definitely gonna wear another coat on this eye. Now the final touch for me is to use the Anastasia Moonchild palette. I always use the highlight Pink Heart. I don't know, it's really my favorite, and I sometimes mix it with Blue Ice, so I'll do that today. And I'm just gonna put a little bit, oh, like look at that pop. Oh my gosh, let's just add a touch more. And I always like to bring it down on my cheekbone, I find it, or like on my cheek, like I find it just gives a nice little pop. But look at that, oh. And it's got a little bit of color. Like I use the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, like their powder, but in a white. I think is it not? Maybe it's called Opal, I can't remember. I don't know, it's plain white though. And I love that, but I feel like because I'm so fair already, like I just like that little touch of color. I know you can't really tell unless you're up close, but I love the Anastasia ones. Like they just have the nicest sheen to them. Like look at that, woo, love it. And then to finish off this look, I'm gonna be taking a new lipstick from Lise Watier Rouge Intense Lipstick. This is in the color Ariel, and I love it because these have metallic, or what is that called? Magnetic clasps, like so satisfying. It's just like a nice basic, like dusty pink, so I'm gonna be using that today. That is so nice and creamy. Super pigmented too, that's beautiful. What do you guys think? Isn't that pretty? Now to set all the makeup, I'm gonna use my MAC Fix Plus. Boom. Face is ready. Okay, now it's time to go find an outfit, fix this, and I'll be right back. And here is my final outfit, guys. I just wanted something really easy to put together, so I kept the top knot and I threw on this super comfortable cardigan, my ripped denim, and just kept the coral shirt that I had on earlier and topped it all off with a scarf. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below. Don't forget to come hang out with me on all of my social channels. And other than that, guys, I love you to bits and pieces, and we'll see you very soon. Take care.